Hi, welcome to X's and O's with LeRoy Butler, and we're going to get right into it. And our first segment is talking about the impact Clay Matthews have.
Yep.
And we found a play that not only the Clay Matthews, actually I shouldn't say it, Clay Matthews had an impact and he wasn't even in the play.
Right.
And it set up a play for somebody else. And that's probably the essence of this. Is that
I would love playing defense with that guy.
Yeah, he can make plays even when he's not making plays.
And as you will see, because of all this illusion stuff, Sanchez has two open guys,
Right.
but the movement of this defense, Don Capers is, man, I'm telling you something, Don Capers is coach of the year so far.
And the funny part is,
This is
the
awesome.
Packers were confused on this
Right.
too. So anyway, it was 3rd and 6 at the Eagle 24, first quarter, 2:40 to go. Start out with a 3-receiver set.
Yep, trip.
Darren Sproles there. Jordan Matthews goes in motion and sets up here. And that
where
creates
the
confusion.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden you see these three guys huddling, like pointing, you know, you got
Right.
this, you got that. Who knows what they're talking about?
Right.
Do you know?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with it's a 4-man blitz, but 29 is going after the quarterback. So if he wasn't, he would just go with him. They're trying to determine does Ha and 42 and 21 got to figure out who's going to go with this guy.
Right. Or if
Tremont going to go with him,
yeah.
he's going to stay back forth. So all that goes kind of a conversation. So 42 goes ahead and slide over.
And he ends up covering.
And he ends up covering.
Yeah.
Now that's the matchup you want if
And
you're a
then
quarterback.
he comes back.
He comes back to kind of help, but he's still not really sure.
Yeah.
But when the play starts, it's just one of these things where it's kind of confusing because they have enough guys up front to block this. Now,
Right.
Micah Hyde was man-to-man on the tight end, so he's
Right.
gone.
Tight end went this way.
Yeah, he's
Tight
gone.
end went that way.
So now A.J. Hawk is going to run like what we call a cross-dog blitz, but it's the illusion of a blitz, but at the same time, if you block the wrong guy, you're going to see a guy comes free. And he just kind of shoots this gap right at this guard.
Right
here.
into the guard.
Just right into him. But the reason why we got the guard and Mike Neal in red, because the center, he goes up and hit the center and stays on him, but he keeps pressuring him.
Right. Now let's show what's going on over here.
Yeah, you got the tackle who's going to get Nick Perry, and then underneath came 29 right there, so the guard had to go.
Right.
Right. So which is fine. Then you got the other guy who's in red, Matthew. Tom, he loops all the way around here,
Right.
and this guy, the center, he comes off. For what reason, I don't know.
Well, you know the reason. I think we both know the reason. It's this guy is blitzing, and they've got their
But he's
eye
blocking
on
a
him.
guy.
But he
I don't get it.
Isn't that the whole issue with Matthews is that someone's got to keep an eye on him.
Somebody
Your
has to do
offensive
that.
line is always worrying about him. He throws himself out of the play,
Yes.
and this guy's so concerned about him, he pushes over the top, and Mike
Neal had a free shot, but remember, Darren Sproles came off and ran a Texas route,
Right.
and he was on, Julius Peppers was covering him. He was wide open.
Yeah.
And Jordan Matthews came all the way back in the middle, and he was open. But with that pressure, Mike Neal got a free sack.
Yeah.
It's just one of these things where, and this just really how this looked, if you can see it. This is how it looks on a defensive board, but you don't understand that who's going to be turned free. So you tell your guys, keep going. You never know who may get turned free.
Right.
That's good coaching, that's good discipline, and it's good hustle by Mike Neal.
Yeah.
Because most guys will stay blocked, and they'll just follow the center over to block Matthews. But a good defense, just keep coming. Because one of the times what could happen, if they run this blitz again, Minnesota may block down, and they may just turn Hayward loose. He got a free shot.
Right, and then hit a hot read on this side.
Absolutely.
But
And so you got to pick your poison.
Again, that's kind of what they did. Actually, in that interception that Peppers had,
Right.
this is Matthews over here in Hayward, and they put them both there in blitz, and instead of blitzing, they dropped them both back. And then not only that, they dropped Peppers back.
Right.
And Sanchez had no idea that was happening, and you
Yeah,
can't
hadn't
blame
seen
him.
it before.
He went to the hot read, which was this guy, and threw it right in Peppers'
And
hands.
real quick
So-
before we wrap this play up, on the pre-snap read, before you can see it and you can go see it, those are the time. These guys are moving around up here in the guard and sitting there trying to make checks and slide here. Next thing you know, they're just going to fan it out, but it's too late. But these are the kind of defenses Don Capers have in his back pocket to pull out, especially on a backup quarterback.
And if you can understand any of this mess, you're much smarter than we are.
Yeah, that's true.
Next, we're going to look at a play from Rodgers to Andrew Corliss.
Yep.
All right, here is a play. It was actually 3rd and 18 at the Eagle, 39, 5:28 left in the first. And you don't see a lot of 3rd and 18 conversions unless it's 2003 and you're playing the Philadelphia Eagles, and except it's at the Lincoln and it's 4th and 26. Anyway, enough of that.
That was wrong.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't let it go. I still haven't.
Well, this was some payback.
Yeah. So anyway, 3rd and 18, and what you get is a 3-receiver set, but Andrew Corliss is the slot guy. No Jordy Nelson,
Yeah,
which is
well,
kind of interesting.
yeah.
He doesn't get arrested once in a while.
No, I don't want him to rest. He can rest after the season.
But this is what you talked about in 5 questions: single
Yep.
safety coverage. One guy in
And
the
he's
middle
about
of the field.
22 yards deep.
Okay.
So anybody get lost anyway, I guess he's supposed to help.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
So the Eagles sort of have a blitz look here, possible
Right.
6 guys up front. They wind up just sending, these guys. I can double team him. And really over here, he just runs a hook or a stop or whatever. And then all the action's over here, so I'll let you go ahead.
But Tom, they don't even make it hard for Aaron. They don't disguise. They got one high safety. The safety's down. I mean, he knows right now where to go with the ball. He knows where the soft spots in his zone. It's not even hard to go through your progression. And I think now the surprising thing was that he made it go to Corliss. But Corliss basically ran what we call like a deep oval route over here. And then you had a seam route right here. And then this guy Devontae runs off, but it's kind of a head scratcher because the throw that he made was this guy just backed up right about there. Aaron made a throw between 2 guys.
Talk about a window.
That was unbelievable. Yeah. I don't know if most quarterbacks would even try that because you got to throw it quick enough the way that your guy can catch it and he can protect himself. If he did get hit.
And this guy dropped to the middle.
And that guy dropped to the middle. So there's a lot going that way. I thought he was going to hit this Cobb on the seam, which he was breaking open.
This guy kind of went this way.
He just kind of drifted a little bit. And,
Cobb had his hand up, too.
He had his hand up,
throw
give him a chance. But to make that throw, there's only 1 or 2 guys in the league can make that throw. And he made it.
It was right on the money. And
it really was.
The part about it was that when he threw it, Corliss was here, so he had to lead him to that. And
right.
That
they have
shows
a
lot of
confidence
faith.
over this guy's head, but in front of the safety, quick enough that Corliss can protect. So now he did have Boykin run a deep comeback. He was wide open.
Too.
He was open.
This is the part that is fairly amazing, was that he could have gone to Cobb. That would have been a touchdown.
Yep, that was a touchdown.
He could have gone to here, maybe a first down.
Yep.
Gets him close.
Yep.
And then,
but to get to 18 yards, I mean, again, on 3rd and 18, low percentage. But the Packers were 8 for 14 on 3rd down. Yeah. 8 for 14. I mean, those kind of numbers, you're going to beat a lot of teams.
I think on this particular day, he threw to this just to amuse himself because
just
things were going so easy for him
like
that he just said,
just say I can do it.
I'll challenge myself and see if I can do it.
And he's so smart. He knows what coverage they're in. He knows the progression. He knows where everything is going, and there's not a lot of confusion because I think, like as you pointed out in 5 questions, these guys just had 9 sacks. So they're going to get up there and say, we're going to shut down the run and try to come after your quarterback. But the offensive line, I mean, because this guy can be a Pro Bowler, this guy can be a Pro Bowl alternate, this guy can be an alternate, and this guy can be a Pro Bowler. And he can be an alternate. These guys are playing their tails off right now.
Yeah.
So
So you talk about the single safety. I'm very interested in 2 weeks to see how Bill Belichick plays it.
well, they got two great corners, and they're gonna probably do some of the same kind of stuff, but they'll have two high safeties.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to
Yeah.
see how he does
Yeah, I
it.
bet you'll have.
But
two
they got
high
to get
safeties.
past this Minnesota game first,
Yeah,
so
which I hope they will.
we'll see.
We'll see after this week.
Yep, and we will see you next week.